Let's take a look at how to use the distributive property and combine like terms both in solving an equation. Here's our example. We have -4 times in parentheses -5f plus 6 outside the parentheses minus 18f equals 12. Here you can see that we have distributive property in the beginning, that -4 times stuff in parentheses, and right outside of it, that -18f, we also see a second f term in our equation. That's probably going to be our combining like terms part of solving this. For now, we're going to start with distributive property, almost like we're starting with parentheses, except we'll end up using the reverse order of operations. But we'll start with our distributive property, that -4 times what's inside those parentheses. So we'll take our -4, remember, and distribute it out, or multiply that -4 times -5f and that -4 times 6. I can rewrite my equation to show that this distribution is happening. And notice how I'm only multiplying that -4 by what's inside of my parentheses, that -4 times -5f and that -4 times 6. I leave the -18f alone, equals 12. That's all. I just bring it down one step to this equation. Once I have this, I can solve it out. Multiply out my -4 times -5f. Remember, constant times coefficient, because we have that -5f -4 times. So we have 20f, and then we have our -4 times 6. Negative times positive gives us -24. And again, I bring down my -18f equals 12. Once I have this new equation, this is where I've finished with my distributive property. Now I can take a look at combining like terms. I have two f terms in here. I have my 20f, which I can circle, and I have my -18f. So I'm going to group those together with these circles. The other term I have in this on the left side is my -24. I'm going to go ahead and box that. Remember, we're separating it because it's a constant. It doesn't have an f there. It's not a like term with the 20f and the -18f. Now I can rewrite my equation and I can separate these out. So I have my 20f plus my -18f plus my -24 equal to 12. I just rewrote my equation to get organized. And here I can start combining my like terms. My 20f plus -18f is going to give me my 2f. I just bring everything else down. That -24 equals 12. And now I have my two-step equation. From here is when I start to use my reverse order of operations. I can add 24 to both sides of my equation. This on the left side cancels out to 0, and I can bring down my 2f equal to my 36. From here, I have my one-step multiplication equation, so I can divide both sides by 2. They cancel out to be 1 on the left, so we're left with just f equals 18. That's my answer for this equation, and I can move on to my check. For my check, all I'm doing is taking my original equation, and I'm plugging in 18 in place of the two spots that had the f. From here, I'm going to use the order of operations, or PEMDAS. I'm not going to distribute that -4 when I'm solving in the check. I just do order of operations. So I'll start with the parentheses. I'll go step by step. That -90 plus 6 now is in parentheses. And I continue. Here now I have the multiplication, -4 times -84. And I'm left with my subtraction. And I get 12 equals 12. So I can use my check mark, indicate my check is right. That means my answer, f equals 18, was correct. And that's how we can use the distributive property and combine like terms to solve an equation.